Good afternoon, everybody, and thanks for clicking on 5 News Web News. It is Thursday, February 28th. I'm Brittany Hoke.
And I'm Matt Heckel, and here are some of the top stories we've been following today here on 5 News. Time is running out for Congress to find a way to avoid $85 billion in across-the-board spending cuts, which will begin tomorrow.
Yeah, and as Susan McGinnis reports, there doesn't appear to be any hope the two sides will find a solution.
President Obama has softened his language about the impact of the across-the-board budget cuts which kick in tomorrow.
This is not a cliff, but it is a tumble downward.
Still, he warned a group of business leaders in Washington, D.C. Wednesday night that the cuts will hurt.
This is going to be a big hit on the economy.
Both sides do seem to agree on one thing: the cuts will begin tomorrow. Each side blames the other for a lack of action.
They prefer to keep it alive as a political issue instead.
Senate Democrats will offer up a plan today, but Republicans are likely to reject the bill because, along with spending cuts, it includes new revenue from closing tax loopholes.
All we're offered is a gimmicky tax hike that's designed to fail.
And a Republican bill being proposed today isn't likely to pass either. It gives the president flexibility to decide where to make spending cuts, but does not bring in any new revenue.
At some point, hopefully soon, Republicans will understand the need to compromise here.
Congressional leaders from both parties meet with the president at the White House tomorrow. And they spoke briefly at the unveiling of the Rosa Parks statue here on Capitol Hill Wednesday. But if the faces of the president and House Speaker John Boehner during the conversation are any indication, compromise is not in their sights. Susan McGinnis, CBS News, Washington.
And just one day after opening back up to students after a carbon monoxide leak, East Park Elementary School in Marion County closed again this morning, but this time it was a false alarm. Students at the school were sent home at 9 o'clock this morning. They had finally returned to class yesterday for the first time in days after a positive carbon monoxide reading. Earlier this week, Superintendent Gary Price told us that the heating problems in the main building of the school had been fixed, but not in a separate older building. They will have school tomorrow in the main building, and we're going to have an in-depth look into today's early dismissal and what parents have to say tonight on First at 5.
Well, a Marion County home is gone this morning after flames destroyed it last night. Just before 5 o'clock, several fire crews were called out to Parkside Drive in Pleasant Valley. The homeowner was home at the time with 3 dogs, but managed to make it out just fine. Fire officials say the fire started in the laundry room, then spread to the attic. Crews had the fire under control in about an hour.
And 2 Buchanan residents were arrested on drug charges in Ohio this week, and we've now learned that one of those people was the daughter of a Marion County judge. 23-year-old Hannah Alloy and 31-year-old Andrew Staten are both charged with possession of a Schedule II substance, aggravated drug trafficking, and possession of drug paraphernalia. Alloy is the daughter of Marion County Circuit Judge Michael Alloy. If convicted, she, along with Staten, could face up to 20 years in prison and up to a $40,000 fine each.
Well, U.S. Senator Joe Manchin has been striking back against rumors that he's changed his position when it comes to gun control. It comes as a pro-gun group has attempted to show Manchin as a gun grabber. The National Association for Gun Rights claimed Manchin backed the start of a national gun registry. The group also said they're determined to protect gun owners from Manchin's, quote, gun ban agenda. Now, we contacted Senator Manchin, and he said nobody will take your guns from you, and he'll never support a gun registry. Keith Morgan, president of West Virginia Citizens Defense League, said that Manchin told him he doesn't believe self-defense falls under the Second Amendment. As for Manchin, he says, quote, the only proposal I'm working on is one that protects legal gun owners, defends the Second Amendment, while keeping guns out of the hands of criminals and the mentally deranged. And let's take a quick look at what our newsroom is working on for tonight on 5 News. First up, it's been 1 year since one of our most devastating storms hit the area. Tonight, we're going to take a look at the road to recovery.
Plus, time is quickly running out to reach a deal on budget cuts on Capitol Hill. We're going to have more insight into what all this could mean for you. And as March moves in, it looks like that winter weather is too. When will you see more spring-like temperatures? Well, we'll have that for you tonight on First at 5 and 5 News at 6.
Yeah, the snowflakes were falling this morning.
Wow, bummer.
All right, spring's just around the corner, though. It's just around the corner.
I'm holding you to that because I miss it.
All right, well, hold Ken Meehan to it. He'll be here tonight for First at 5 and 5 News at 6. Until then, though.
Have a great day, everybody.